Hi Scorpio, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your February 2024 monthly tarot reading for your career. And this is where we're going to look at your job, your finances, your self-worth. Where is it that you want to attract more prosperity into your life? If you are in the process of looking for a new job or a new career, this is a great time to do it, as we do have all planets direct now that Uranus stationed direct on January 27th. And we had Pluto move into the sign of Aquarius, and we had a Leo full moon. So I do think for all of the fixed signs, there's really big energy here for this movement now that we have Pluto in Aquarius. And then January was this month where we were ushering in this newness of a new year, but this February is now all systems go, especially with the stellium of planets we have in Aquarius. So do take a look at the description box below. I have all those dates highlighted. If you haven't watched the February general reads, take a look below as well. I have the link, okay? All right, Scorpio, we are going to go week by week to see what we are looking at for your career. Also, I want to let you know I do personal tarot readings. If you use the code DRAGON by February 29th, you can get 15% off your tarot reading, okay? So the link and all the information is below, and it will lead you to my website at scorpiosoultime.com. All right, Scorpio, let's get right into it. So you start week one off with King of Swords in reverse, as well as the Empress, major arcana there in the upright. Second week finds you with the Nine of Pentacles, as well as the Justice card. Libra energy here, major arcana in the reverse. Third week, you find the Knight of Wands in reverse, as well as the Two of Pentacles as well in reverse. And then the fourth week, we have the Eight of Cups in the upright and the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, what I want to say already I can see here is if you have any placements in Libra, Scorpio, I would suggest you look at their reading as well, because they had the Six of Swords, like a leaving energy, and also the 10 of Pentacles dealing with family at the end of their reading. So take a look at theirs as well, because there could be something that is similar to you all. So just keep that in mind. Now, let's go ahead and pull a overarching card for the month of January. Spirit, can you tell us what energy Scorpio came out of January with and what they are starting this February with? All right, you do have the Eight of Wands in reverse. Now, the Eight of Wands is that energy of lots of movement, lots of conversations, lots of bustleness, if that's a word. Doing things very quickly, hearing information, communication moving very quickly. I do think that for many signs, February is going to be a stressful month. And some of the stress could be good because we're excited that the planets are now all direct, but I do think with this one in reverse, it could mean too much information flying at you, Scorpio. Really watch your health. Make sure you are communicating effectively. Make sure you are not rushing into any type of conversations with people before thinking through with your thoughts. This is the energy you came out of January with. So just be prepared that when you do enter into February, some of that information and some of that energy could still be lingering, okay? All right, so lastly, let's pull a card for the month of February, and let's see where Spirit wants to have you focus your overarching energy for the month of February. And you have the Two of Air. Now, the Two of Air is very similar to the Two of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck. Usually has some type of decision to make, possibly you are not quite sure which direction to turn. It does say being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. So just be aware this month, Scorpio, with all of this information flying, you may have so much information flying that you do not know how to make a decision, or you don't care to make a decision. And this could definitely be regarding maybe your boss asked you to do something last month and you're just like, I don't even want to do that. And you've just kind of been procrastinating. You're not really getting back to them. Maybe a client has asked you for information that you have not moved forward with. I do think the month of February is going to be this month of lots of communication and information and conversations going back and forth. So I would say make a decision so that you can move on from it. I do think that in this month, Scorpio, I do see that King of Swords that you're opening up with. There's Two of Pentacles that's in reverse. I do see some type of decision energy going on. So don't try to avoid it, Scorpio, because it will just be there waiting for you. Okay, so let's look at your month as a whole. One thing that is already standing out is you have this King of Swords and Empress in the very beginning of February, and what I'm feeling is that many of you all needed to make a decision, or someone has made a decision for you regarding you trying to build maybe your own brand. I do feel like much of you all's reading feels like it's more around your own clients, or if you have your own business, or if you're trying to get your own social media off the ground. There's something that you're trying to build here in the beginning of February, and it feels like there's some blockage or someone trying to block you. And it does feel like by the time you get to that second week, there's like this unfairness to whatever this decision was. You're kind of looking at yourself like, I have accomplished all of these things on my own, and yet I'm still having some kind of blockages. So really keep that in mind this first few weeks of February. By the time you get down here in the third week with that Knight of Wands in reverse and that Two of Pentacles in reverse, it kind of goes back to that same like Two of Air, where is it that you need to make a decision, you need to move forward, but you're unable to. This Knight of Wands is suggesting that you are wanting to move forward, but you can't, okay? By the time you get to the end of the month, it almost looks like you're done with it. Like you're tired of dealing with whatever is the emotional baggage that doesn't seem like it's helping you. And I do think that it's going to affect your family as well. Okay. So overall, Scorpio, what I'm seeing is that you have these like areas of like greatness, meaning like the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. But then there's like this tension behind it, the King of Swords, the Knight of Wands in reverse. It's almost like the Justice card in reverse. It feels like you all aren't satisfied. And so I will invite you this month, Scorpio, to figure out where it is that you are trying to move forward. I do think that first week of February, when Mercury enters Aquarius on the 5th, and you have Sun squaring Uranus in Taurus on the 8th, this could be the week of like some kind of tension around your money, around conversations around where is it that your money is coming from, or maybe you were promised a raise, or you were promised you were going to get an account and you didn't. There is some kind of conversations around not being able to move the way you thought you were going to. And so I do say that figure out what you want to build this month, Scorpio, because this is a really good month to get all of that in order. You know what I mean? Like there's no more being held back like you felt like back here with that Eight of Wands in reverse in January. You now have like all the systems go, like the green light, not the red light, the green light. So by the time you get to the second week of February is when we have that Aquarius new moon on the 9th and the lunar new year on the 10th. I do think that many of you all are going to look at your situation and figure out like, am I happy where I'm at? And if you're not, I do think that many of you all are going to, I just heard blame. So blame it on possibly like, yeah, my client didn't come through like they said they were going to, or, you know, my boss said I was going to be promised, you know, a raise by this time. There's something around your self-worth that you are looking at like, you know what, I deserve much better than this. This kind of feels unfair. I need to figure out how to work with my boss or the people who are hindering me. This Justice card is pointing to that Libra energy. Remember, we do have a Libra South node. So really paying attention to the conversations and relationships you are having that second week of February. Around that Aquarius new moon, Scorpio, I would suggest you make some intentions of how you would like to move forward better talking to people, okay? By the time you get to that third week of February, we do have Mars conjunct Pluto at that 0-degree Aquarius mark. Venus enters Aquarius on the 16th, and the Sun enters Pisces on the 18th. So in that week, lots of movement, wanting to get things done, wanting to check off everything on your checklist, but it feels like, Scorpio, you're still having to make this decision around, okay, am I going to stay at this position? Is it time for me to move on from this client? Is it time for me to look differently at my finances? I do think that that third week of February, Scorpio, you have lots of information that you need to figure out. And that's what I feel like is like your whole month is like, you're in this like back and forth decision making. You had that Two of Air, you have this Two of Pentacles, you started off with this Eight of Wands. So there definitely is like lots of movement going on. And I do think by time you get to that last week of the month when we have that Virgo full moon, remember Virgo is an earth sign. So there could be some organization issues that you're like, you know what? I can't take this anymore. I'm tired of the disorganization at my company, or the people around me aren't no longer emotionally fulfilling. Or this also could be someone in your family making these decisions that affect you, because that 10 of Pentacles in reverse is like family oriented. So there could be some kind of bigger conversations around possibly moving, relocating. Like I said, Libra had many of these same energies at the end of the month, so look at their reading as well. But I do think, Scorpio, there's like a silver lining here. It's like if you can get to this point where you can master what it is that you need to make a decision on, you're no longer procrastinating, you're getting things done, and you're moving forward, I think this is going to be a very prosperous month. I do think, Scorpio, that the challenge is that you have a lot of that fixed energy, the Aquarius energy, the Taurus energy, kind of working, I don't want to say against you, but it's like fueling your fire of fixedness, meaning like you're so like stubborn to move forward or to stop procrastinating that you need to figure out what you need to do by a certain time frame so that you can move on and be prosperous later on in March. Okay, I hope that made sense, Scorpio. Lots of energy going. I'm a Scorpio too, as you all already know, so I definitely can resonate with much of this. So I hope this was helpful. If you want a personal tarot reading, check the link below and use that code DRAGON by February 29th. And I hope you all have a great February in your career. Check out your sun, moon, and rising signs as well. I'll talk to you later.